season, dry and monsoon. Uh-huh. And it's extremely hard. Uh-huh. I never go back to my homeland yet, but still, a lot of people went there and they say it's extremely hard. No, I know it's about 90 something degree all the time, and 80 or 90. The weather is difficult. I mean, it's for hard to adjust it for the first couple years. Later on, no, we used to. We are here for now 40 some years.
Um, Ambassador Quinn talked about Colleen Shearer and her role in helping, making sure that there were jobs available, all kinds of things.
Oh yes, we have a sponsor. Most of us, we have a sponsor. Normally, most people are the church people, and we came here and they support us, give us some clothes, and guide us how to walk in this country. The people who are younger, they can go to school. People, over age, they can go to learning English at church or at school, night school, or whatever they can available to provide in each city in Iowa here. And they have a 525 hours a job. Normally, sponsor who take care of us.
They also following the passport. They call it Iowa passport.
Yes.
For
Later on,
helping the refugee. That's how the Mrs. Green Sarah, is it?
Shearer.
Colleen Shearer,
Yeah.
Colleen Sarah, be director of the. That's how she has the role with.
Right. I had a student a couple of years ago who did a project on Governor Ray, and so we had looked into Colleen Shearer at the time, and Maggie and she's thinking about doing a play for her project, and we didn't know whether to go with Colleen Shearer or Governor Ray. I'm not sure what we've decided yet, but when you arrived in Iowa, the theme this year is triumph and tragedy, and so the projects need to center around those two words, triumph and tragedy. So how do you think coming to Iowa was a triumph or a tragedy or a combination of both those words?
We have no idea about the United States. No, I was student in in our country, but I learned a lot about a few about United States. Normally, we look at the film in California, New York, the big city, and I don't even know about Iowa exists in the United States.
Lots of corn here.
yeah, a lot of corn, everywhere. And we came here, and a surprise, we see the movie. United States always have a road, tall building, like New York, California, San Francisco, like that. And I don't know, we don't unexpected to come to this country. And we have no idea, no dreaming or coming to live here forever. And most of us thinking to come to school in the United States and in France. We are colonized from France. Most of the people who study in our country, they go and continue their higher education in France. Or United States is later on, when the United States later on. Before, back in around 1970, they start study a lot of the language in English. Before study all in French. I studied French when I was a little boy.
Here I have a CD here that tells.
Okay, and he said he had one too. So
Okay. No, that's for you.
okay, thank you.
And that will tell us where we coming from and how we ended up in Iowa.
Okay.
We came to Iowa not by choice, so we have to go to the third country. And the way we end up in Iowa because of the governor, Ray, like Tom said, like
Yes.
he accepted us as a group. That's we try to stay as a group. Yeah. So and also I want you to check out on the video done by the Des Moines Public School.
Okay,
The a promise called Iowa. So you can check out on that
Okay.
video.
we
So
will do.
that will tell us how we end up here and the boat peoples. Yeah.
So you're here, and now you are trying to get acclimated to a lot of new things. What were some of the struggles that you experienced, or some of the joys that you experienced as you tried to acclimate to this place called Iowa?
Tom, I have more experience. I was grown up here, so but with the childhood is a difficult. It's really different
Yeah.
from here and there. But in between those, maybe Tom might
Okay.
know in
It's very difficult to adjust, to acclimate to the society. We understand that the culture is very different from our culture. And as long as we go school and learning and we try to acclimate to the society, contribute to the society. Now, I know it's first time. It's very hard. It's very hard and totally different.
Well, I know, I
the
grew,
language barrier is very very difficult. And
well, I grew up in the South and moved north, and I thought that was a difficult
Yeah.
change. So I can only imagine, you know,
Yeah,
what it was like to come here and face all of those things that were so different from what you were used to.
Most of our Tai Dam people probably the same way as I thought. We live the two cultures at the same time. So when we in the house, we try to do what we are the Tai Dam, and when we go out, we have to be like Americanized. So two cultures at the same time. I
And-
think most of us being that way.
Well, my ancestors came from Germany, and they spoke German at home and English in public.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming it was something similar.
Yeah, right.
Maybe not quite such a culture change, but it would be similar. What do you think the greatest triumphs of the Tai Dam people have been since they came here? Going back to that theme of triumph and tragedy. What do you think are some of the greatest achievements, greatest things that you have been able to do coming here?
in this country, we think it's a real democracy country. We have a good opportunity to do whatever we want to be, work on who you want to be in this country. You have a lot of choice, even treat equal, and we don't want to say about discrimination or anything prejudice. That's the normal for any country, any place, But this have a good law to protect all the people, and we are treat all equal as a human. I think a lot of people, we came here for 42 years. The first group who came here, the first generation, we are working hard. We are hard-working people. Even our parents and my dad came here, talk about personal. And only a week, he got a job at the printer, at the printer shop in the Denison, Iowa, because of our sponsor helped him to find a job. And the government tried to help us with food stamp if we didn't get enough income. So when we able to take care of ourselves, and we can help, like it depends on the family. Most of us, they are take care good of us, Depend on family. Some people are growing up, like I said, they go to working, and people are younger, they still can go to school. And now, first generation working hard and get whatever we can do, to survive, first phase. And our first generation, I look at any generation come to this country, the first generation is all working hard. And the second generation might be laid back a little bit. Our people, we are doing meat cutting or anything, cleaning or house or anything we do to survive for the first generation. I myself, I came here, I go to high school for 2 years. I have opportunity to go high school, and I also able to continue my higher education in this country.
And so did you go on to college then?
Yeah, I do. After high school, I go to college.
Well, I know that's a goal for all of my students is that they go to college. Was there, I know the culture was difficult to make that acclimation to. Were there challenges with the people who were already in Des Moines and how they treated you? Were there challenges there that were difficult to overcome? We spoke to Vin Nguyen back in
the Moy Public School.
Yeah, back in December, and he talked a little bit about some of the prejudice that he encountered when he first came. Did you, maybe because it was a larger group of people, it might not have been as evident. Did you experience any of that? Where white people didn't treat you very nicely?
There are a few, but not most people.
Okay.
They are nice, they're cool. And some people, they might say we are both people. We can do down a little bit.
Okay. What do you think has been your greatest achievement coming here?
Oh, my great achievement, I'm able to go to school. I have opportunity, to go to school. I'm very happy, that I have an opportunity to go to school in this country. And because of the age, I'm about 18 years old when I came to this country in 1976. In fact, I got my GD in a degree, judicial doctor.
That's way. I have 2 master's degrees, but that's way higher than what I've gotten. So, so you are a lawyer then?
No, I'm not practicing law.
Oh, okay.
And because of the language barrier like this, it's very difficult to even or some of the law you learn. I specialize in immigration law, and I have a younger sister who practicing law in Phoenix.
In Phoenix?
And her husband is practicing law too.
Wow. What do you think was some of the greatest challenges for the Tai Dam when they came here?
Oh,
The challenge.
yeah, it's for for the Tai Dam, it's a good opportunity for they get a higher education here. If we Lao is not in our country, that's we refugee there for 20 years, and even in Laos, we are poor. We are refugee there too. We have no land to do anything, so we just work as like a maid or clean our house, or some people sell us a grocery small thing. But anyway, the great thing here is like we have a more education.
She talk about the struggle. Struggle is the language barrier. Struggle is a language barrier. The culture and language barrier is very, very difficult. Learning a new language is not easy. When according to the science study, and people who are over 12 years old, it's hard to pick it up, to get to speak, fully in English. You have to be under 12, to speak fully in English.
Well, we have offer Spanish at our middle school starting with 6th grade, and they struggle, and they're 12 and 13, and I keep thinking maybe we should start a little bit sooner, so that so that our kids become bilingual earlier, so that it becomes more natural for them to go back and forth between the two languages. Maggie, what else can we ask?